Welcome to the Savage Hour podcast. As always, I'm Chad George, and today's episode is a special one for me. I'm really excited for today's episode. Not just because I get a chance to talk to you guys, but this one in particular is special to me because it's my first mixtape. We have combined episodes from all the past that we've done and put together a collection of highlights of these episodes to help us get through these times together. I know that we're all struggling and we're all dealing with our own individual battles, and this episode is an opportunity for myself to reflect on all the things that we've covered since we started this podcast. And when I started this podcast, it was really because I wanted to get deep inside the mindset of athletes, entrepreneurs, and anybody else that has stories to tell. And through this journey, the responses that I've had, it seems like the stories, the best stories that I've heard have been from you, the fans, the loyal listeners, the people that are chiming in and telling us the success stories that these episodes are helping them. So this mixtape is really for you and for myself to be able to say, hey, we are in this together. We are fighting this time. We are fighting this battle, not as an individual, but we are doing it as a community. So I hope you guys enjoy the mixtape. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the other side of success. You have to get punched in the mouth. I think every single person needed to get punched in the mouth. What do I mean by that? Do I actually mean that you should walk up to somebody and punch them in the mouth? Not exactly, but sometimes people do need it. And I think that's one of the biggest things in life in general is that we're so afraid of failing. And we're afraid of what people are going to judge us. We're afraid of how we're going to see ourselves if we didn't do what we said we were going to do. Adversity is the secret ingredient to anything successful. And this is the truth. Like, my entire life has been built on the back of adversity.
I was an artist who knew how to make money, but I did not know how to save money. All I knew how to do was be a 22, 23-year-old, 24-year-old at the time.
The hustle is real. So many people like to throw on this word that I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, I do this, but they have no idea. The money isn't the driving power anymore. It's never been. It's always about being happy. And I didn't realize it back then that what that decision was going to lead to. Just the fact that I was willing to let go of my financial backing just so I could be happy. We have to start inspiring not only our youth, but the people around us to do more. That there is bigger things out there. That there is no limit to what we're capable of. But it has to start with the youth that we have in front of us. It has to start in our education system. If you have not actually fought, you should not be teaching guys to fight. It is that simple. In fact, I think that goes across the board with any industry. If you have not actually done it, what right do you have to actually be teaching this to people that are wanting to pursue this? He dropped his backpack, so I knew it was about to happen. So I dropped my backpack, and in my mind, I remember telling myself, you have to throw the first punch because you don't really know how to fight. And so I clenched my fist, and I remember winding up, and then everything went black. That's what you got to look at it is like, I'm just going to the next level. If there's new problems, that means I have elevated. So fucking live life with a cheat code. And if you're so fit, I'm guilty of this. You know, you could have all this positivity. You're helping all these people. You're doing amazing things. You're making everybody's bank accounts grow, and even yourself, and you're happy as hell. And then there's that one idiot, that one hater that throws something in the mix, and then you focus on that. Because you want to help people. You want to help everybody. And this guy, you look at this, and this guy comes out of the woodworks, and he says some things, gets under your skin, and then we go, fuck is this guy? Why didn't I have the impact with him? What did I do? What's my problem that they have to feel that way? And the answer is it's not your problem. It's not your problem at all. That's their problem.
So I'm in a room with 8 people interviewing. It's a round table. I come in, I'm wearing this wool sweater that is oversized because it wasn't mine. And I'm sweating. Give him my DVD to show him what I've done so far in school. Like, so it's just a demo reel, a breakdown of what I know, right? My best work. It wasn't that great, and it doesn't work.
when I realized that the power of being an underdog allowed me to really grow, it allowed me to see my potential, it allowed me to remove any of the expectations. The underdog is the person that everybody can relate to.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody the other day, like when my documentary Occupation Fighter came out. I had dinner last night with the director of it, and we were talking about the whole experience in Colorado, filming in Colorado. And he was like, yeah, we were literally talking about it, and I almost wanted to cry. I don't remember.
Wow, man. There's this idea around so many people that have this bullshit image of what being a leader is. It's by being the biggest, the baddest dude on the planet and getting people to follow your lead just because you say that you're the boss. Man, that's not how you lead people. You need to inspire them. You need to be in the trenches. You need to have lost. You need to be out there doing exactly what you tell them that they need to be doing because you've done it. We are being forced to make decisions in the moment of what's happening. The uncertainty is happening. That is a guarantee. We don't know what's going to happen with the market. We don't know what's going to happen with supplies. We don't know what's going to happen with work. We don't know what's going to happen with this virus. So we have to make decisions, and we have to basically fight and recover every time we make a new decision. We can't focus on the uncertainty. We can't focus on what we don't know. We also can't focus on the things that have already happened. If there's shutdowns, all you can do is focus on surviving through it. If there's economic failure, we have to focus on how we're going to recover after this happens. We have to be now. We have to be in this moment of now. We have to take care of the people around us. We have to work together to make this happen. We have to stand together. You know, I used to fear myself. I used to fear failing. I used to fear the idea that I wasn't able to be considered good. If I could beat these guys, you know, I didn't know. I was afraid of everything, and it took me a long time to understand that. But fighting through it literally allowed me to come to terms with what that even meant. And so over the years, like, that feeling in the cage is been the same. It's just meant different things as the fights have gone on. I mean, I feel it's my duty to make sure that I'm giving enough content and enough mental strength to those that are listening, that are around me, to know that we are going to get through this as a collective. We are a community, and that is what makes us strong. Like, if this thing lasts another month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know how things are going to progress, but I do know what I'm doing now is all about growth. So if this thing takes 2 months, guess what? I have 2 months more to put out content and build libraries. I have unlimited amounts of time to keep producing, to keep building, and that's something all of us can do right now. A fighter is somebody that almost wants people to see them as a fighter. They walk around, their chests up a little bit, and they hold on to this idea of what the terminology of a fighter is. A martial artist is almost exactly the opposite. A martial artist does have the fight, but it's almost like they have nothing to prove. Everything that they're working on is to improve. Everything is changing. It is time to wake the up. Right now is that time that we have the opportunity to grow. We have the time to build. We have the time to add new skills. You have to stop waking up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon because you have nothing to do. Hey guys, if you like this episode, follow the podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel.